Good afternoon, MPC. Welcome sa ating regular press briefing with Chief Presidential Legal Counsel and Spokesperson, Attorney Sal Panelo. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, MPC. Ready?
Question, MPC? Nestor. Nestor? Mamaya ba? Sabi ni Tine, Alexis?
Regarding the President's comments on charter change, sabi niya hindi daw yung SONA yung tamang venue to speak about yung chacha, and it should be done yung sila-sila lang in a conference that is not open to the public. Bakit kaya hindi kailangan open to the public yung chacha discussions?
Kasi matagal na dinidiscuss yun. Kumbaga, matagal na dinidiscuss yung chatsang yan. Hindi naman sila nagkakasundo sa manner ng pag-amend ng Constitution sa Kongreso. Siguro it's better for them to discuss among themselves bago sila lumabas.
Aren't we supposed to be transparent considering that a change in the charter could affect the entire
Transparent
nation?
nga, hindi nga ba? Matagal na nga dinidiscuss. What the President is saying, sa halip na mag-away-away kayo dyan sa method, pag-usapan nyo muna bago kayo lumabas ng posisyon nyo. Kasi nagmumukha kayong, hindi kayo nakakaintindihan. Kasi yung House at Senate, hindi sila magkaintindihan kung anong method, di ba? But they have decided by way of a constituent assembly. Kung pag-usapan nyo na lang muna. Kasi nakikriticize lang kayo. Yan ang punto ni President.
So if he wants a new round of discussions about yung chacha,
Well, it's not a question of he wants. What he's saying is, stop arguing about this. You cannot even agree among yourselves. Just talk within yourselves and then come out with a joint statement on how you will go about amending the charter. If you cannot do it, then let's have people changing it. Yan ang punto ni Presidente.
so ano na yung gagawin natin dun sa recommendations nung CONCOM led by Justice Puno?
Alam mo yung recommendation, hindi lang naman galing kay Justice Puno sa kayo mga miyembro. Maraming proposed changes sa Constitution. Yun binibigay yung, depende nga kung sino ang, kung sa Kongreso, o bibigay mo sa kanila yung draft mo. At saka yung iba pa. Dahil marami, like yung PhilConsa, meron sila. Kami nga, meron din sa opisina namin So depende. Eventually, ang Pilipino pa rin mag-decide.
So you remain optimistic kaya pa within the next 3 years?
Actually, nasa kanila naman yun
Pero sa inyo, ano yung chances na nakikita ninyong maipapasa
The
pa
chances will always depend on those who will decide whether to amend the Constitution or not and by what means.
Okay, salamat, Sec.
Salamat, Alexis. Still on chacha or death penalty?
Cha-cha-cha.
Death penalty? Okay. Chona. Mike, please. Ruth. Yeah, thank you.
Morning, sir.
Chana.
Sir, how confident is the palace that the death penalty bill will be reinstated?
Depende yun. Again, depende yun sa Congress. Sila naman nagdi-decide His is to suggest. Sa tingin niya, mas makakatulong yun.
And what kind of death penalty is the president pushing?
Di ba sabi niya,
legal or-
dalawa, either sa drug-related crimes as well as plunder.
And why is it that it is limited only to illegal drugs and plunder? Why not other heinous crimes?
Kasi as a general rule, ayaw nga natin ng death penalty, di ba? Sabi ng Constitution. Unless Congress by a passage of a law allows it. Ang feeling ni Presidente, yan ang pinakamabigat na problema natin. One is corruption. Number two is yung sa droga. Kaya siguro, mas gusto niya yon, hoping that it will mitigate the upsurge of this drug menace as well as the plunderous activities of the plunderers.
And what kind of death penalty does the president was to lethal injection, hanging, electric chair?
Sabi, kung tatanungin mo siya, walang gastos ano na lang, lubid. But I think yung dati natin siguro, lethal injection siguro yung dati.
Sir, Senator Bongo has filed a bill, death penalty law. Will the president certify that bill as urgent?
Given na sinabi niya yun sa SONA, most likely.
Thank you, sir.
MPC, tanggap lang tayo ng Viber question from Eileen Taliping of Abante. Secretary Panelo, bakit isinama ni Pangulong Duterte yung plunder sa death penalty? Anong nag-trigger sa kanya para isali yung plunder bukod sa drugs sa parusang bitay?
Question has been answered.
Thank you, sir. MPC?
Julie,
Ina.
ba't di ka nagtanong gabi? Kaya inaantay ko yung tanong mo tahimik ka kagabi.
Hi, sir. Sir, just a clarification. I talked to you about this earlier today. What did the president mean when he talked about yung proposing 12 midnight, sarado na daw po yung mga establishments? Just to be clear about it, what is he referring to?
Liquor ban.
All establishments or just the liquor ban?
Liquor ban.
Okay, similar to what he has in Davao, that's
Davao,
what he's
yes.
saying. But the one he's proposing is even a bit earlier because it's 12. In Davao, it's 1 a.m. eh.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not all.
No. Liquor ban.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Follow-up? Other issue? MPC? Ian.
Secretary, mukhang si Presidente suko na doon sa federalism. Ganun ba talaga ang sinasabi niya na parang hindi na daw ito aabot sa termino niya kung sakali mang i-push?
Sinabi niya bang, suko na siya? Hindi. Sinabi niya, suko na siya?
Sinabi niya, out na daw siya doon. And
Hindi.
beyond his term.
Sinabi niya, baka hindi na makakuha sa kanyang term. Kasi, yung federalism, papasok yun sa Constitution, change. Kaya kung malabo yung Kongreso, ay malabo rin sa kanya yun. Kasi sila naman ang di-decide, hindi naman si Presidente. Unless we have a different setup of government.
Pero di po ba isa yun sa mga gusto niya maging legacy ng kanyang presidency, yung federalism?
Oh, gusto niya kung hindi naman siya nagde-decide. Siguro kung siya magde-decide. If he has joint legislative and executive power, walang problema 'yon. Isang salita niya lang 'yon. But since he's bound by the constitutional restraints, he cannot do that.
Pero Secretary, laging sinasabi ng administrasyon, supermajority ng Congress kaalyado ninyo. Pero bakit hindi natin magawa na
Hindi
masunod?
porket kaalyado, ididikta mo ang gusto mo, kayo naman. Siyempre, ang member ng Kongreso may kanya-kanyang konsyensya, independence of mind. They have to decide on their own. Pareho rin yan nung sa speakership. Ayaw niya makialam, lumapit sa kanya, pinilit siya, nagbigay siya ng formula, pero nasa kanila pa rin. And nakita natin nangyari, unanimous ang choice. Ibig sabihin, sila pa rin ang nag-decide. Because they could have opposed it. But the two rivals, both of them nominated Mr. Alan Cayetano as Speaker, including the Dutertes coalition, which was initially against Mr. Alan. So, ibig sabihin, sila pa rin ang nagdi-decide. The President proposes, Congress disposes.
Ian?
Ina, sasabihin ko ba rito yung natuklasan ko kagabi? Ina?
Sir, another clarification. Dun po sa briefing in the PIA, si Secretary Esperon was asked about the statements of the President on the West Philippine Sea.
Yeah.
And he's insisting that the President said that China is in position.
Position o possession?
Exactly. So, as the President's spokesman, is it position or possession? I'm reading the transcript. It says
Possession, baka naman
possession.
yung pronunciation lang.
Yes, so no, but there's a big difference, especially in. So what is it?
Possession.
Possession. Thank you, sir.
And its position.
She's insisting, so I just had to ask
And its
because
position, as far as I'm concerned, they own that.
yeah. Possession, sir.
Possession.
Okay, thank you.
Possession. Follow up on that, Nestor.
Just like Tony Carpio, he is possessed with that issue passionately, but with good intentions naman.
In relation with that, Nestor, please.
Secretary, in relation to Ina's question, Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Carpio refuted the President's statement that China is in possession of the South China Sea, citing that Beijing occupies only 7 artificial islands in the disputed sea, which covers less than 10% of the entire South China Sea.
But when you're ba in possession, isang portion lang ang ipopossess mo. Pag meron ka mga military installation doon, in other words, pinapakita mo kaya nilang bantayan yung buong lugar nila, edi in possession pa rin sila. Hindi naman kailangan physically. Like, when you have 10,000 hectares, do you need to be all over the 10,000 hectares to call it your own? Or, there's such thing as legal possession. Meron na, yun. Yun, as far as they're kasi sa kanila yun. And they're in possession kasi they can enforce it eh. Yun ang punto.
So as far as Malacañang is concerned, China is in control of the South China
O
Sea.
hindi ba, kung hindi yan in control, di walang problema. Hindi na tayo nag-aaway, hindi na nagko-conflict yung mga ibang countries claiming their own territorial rights.
Follow up. Nestor, okay ka na? Julie,
Julie.
follow up.
Sir, follow up. Yesterday, President Dutertes said that he will invoke yung pag-stop ng Chinese fishing in our EEZ when we begin our joint exploration deal with China. Given that the President maintains that China is in possession of the South China Sea, how does he plan to go about, later on when we start the fishing deal, how does he plan to go about insisting to China na, stop nyo na yung pagpapapasok ng Chinese fishermen?
O, di yun ang sasabihin niya. Stop na kayo dyan. Kami naman.
Do you think it's enough? Do you think it's an enough bargaining chip for us to regain control?
Alam nyo, ang sinasabi ni Presidente, like yung, di ba, binigay ko na yung example, yung Scarborough Shoal. Yung Scarborough Shoal, according to the arbitral ruling, is a traditional fishing ground. Dati, atin yun kasi pumapasok yun sa exclusive economic zone. Pero since it's traditional fishing ground, hindi po pwede mong pagbawalan yung iba. Yun ang pinopoint ni Presidente. Para kay Justice Carpio naman, hindi, ano natin yun? That's exclusive for us kasi our Constitution says it. The problem with that argument is, pumasok kayo dun sa arbitral court. In other words, you recognize the jurisdiction. Pagkatapos nagbigay ng ruling na yung Scarborough Shoal, traditional fishing ground yan. Tapos sasabihin nyo, hindi pwede, may constitution kami. Sasabihin ng hindi nag-agree, meron nga kayong constitution, but your own constitution says that international law is part of the law of the land also. Paano ka ngayon?
Julie.
Puro hair splitting lang.
Still on the issue, MPC. Shift na tayo sa iba. Okay. Other matters, Tina. Follow up, okay. After Tina, clarification. Joyce. Tina muna.
Sir, good afternoon. Sinabi rin ni Presidente kahapon na meron ng guided missiles ang China in that island. Saan galing yung information niya? Is it really confirmed? Kasi I think the Philippine government never really issued any statement regarding the presence of armed.
Alam mo naman, Presidente, di ba? As President, he has unlimited resources and sources of information.
So,
Saka
anong,
sinasabi rin ng China yun eh. They're saying that. And even the States has not disputed that, the U.S.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Joyce, bago sa'yo, tapusin muna natin yung issue. May follow-up si Rose.
Good afternoon po, Secretary. Latest statement of Justice Antonio Carpio. In an interview, he said, if the Chinese are allowed to fish in the West Philippine Sea, they will take all the fish because they have a huge fishing fleet, the largest in the world. So, how does the palace react to this?
Paano niya manalaman na, kasi ang punto niya, mauubusan ng isda. Paano niya nalaman yung mauubusan tayo ng isda doon? Ba't yung bang isda hindi na nagre-reproduce? Pag kinuha mo? Kung araw-araw din nagre-reproduce, bakit naman ay lawak ng dagat? Para bagang, ewan ko ba kung saan basis niya yun?
Yun po bang mere allowing the Chinese fishing fleet na mag-fish dun sa ating exclusive
Alam mo,
economic
it's not a
zone?
question of allowing eh. Hindi nyo naiintindihan si Presidente. Madaling sabihin niya na, I will not allow you. Pag in-enforce ko, magkakagulo nga tayo. Sinabihan na nga tayo, may trouble tayo dyan. Dong, parang kumbaga sa barkadan, may trouble tayo dyan. Huwag mo nang pasukin muna yan. Mag-usap muna tayo sa mga pwede nating pakinabangan sa bawat isa.
So yung diplomatic negotiations po natin
Oo.
with China, hindi po ibig sabihin no na maaagrabyado tayo pagdating
hindi.
sa pagkuha ng resources na dapat
Siyempre,
sa atin.
Hindi.
Why, sir?
Why? Sinagot ko na. Kasi pag nagne-negotiate ka, nag-uusap kayo, kung magkaibigan kayo, magbibigayan kayo. Pareho nang ginawa nilang usapan. Nabanggit ni Justice Carpio yung read back. Gaya na sinabi ko noon, wala pa tayong reports. Apart from yung incident, na hindi nga natin alam kung talaga nangingisda, na ginagamit ng mga Chinese fishermen yung reed bank, wala pa eh. Wala pa tayong nakukuha report doon. Wala pa nagre-reklamo na our fishermen were driven away from that place while fishing. Or may reports na pumasok sila ron at nangunguha sila ng mga isda.
Sir, nakita po ba kayo kahapon ni Chinese ambassador?
Oo.
Ano po ang update po dun sa...
Nag-say hello lang kami.
Wala pong
Basta
about
sabi
sa
niya,
Recto Bank?
they're working on it dun sa dalawang working committee. After the SONA na lang daw.
Okay
Sir.
na, Rose. Oo.
Sir, diplomatic protest daw po about dun sa Recto Bank Maritime incident kung May latest. Aside from
Wala pa sinasabi si Secretary Teddy Boy. Let's wait for his statements or tweet. Tweet.
Thank you, sir.
MPC, shift
Yun
na
ang
tayo
kanyang
ng...
means of communicating.
Okay na tayo doon sa topic. Okay na. Joyce, other matters.
Sir, sa latest survey ng SWS conducted from June 22 to 26, it reported an increase of number of Filipinos who experience involuntary hungers. So, ang data po nila is 10% for the last 3 months compared to 9.5% established in the first quarter of the year.
Ay, hindi ba tinatanggap ng Presidente? Yung sa SONA niya, hindi ba sinasabi niya na ito ang problema natin, may 6 na milyong Pilipinos ang nasa poverty line. Kailangan gawa natin ito ng paraan. In other words, in-acknowledge niya. That's why our economic managers are doing something.
Ano po yung mga major projects that we will be expecting from the Dutertes
Kasama lahat yun,
administration?
alam nyo, pag meron kang poverty, ibig sabihin, kulang ang income na pumapasok sa Pilipinas. Kaya nga tayo may mga build. Pag yan projects na yan, kumalat sa buong bansa, ibig sabihin may trabaho mga Pilipino. Pag may pumasok naman ng mga trade relations, ibig sabihin, may pumasok dito mag-i-invest, may pabrika mga bago, may trabaho naman ng Pilipino. O di yung poverty mo, lumiliit ang bilang. Yun ang ibig sabihin.
Sabi po ni Senator Recto, it would be the greatest challenge to the administration. Yung nabanggit ni President Duterte na 6 million Filipinos needed to be pulled out of poverty. So how are we going
It's
to...
not only the latest challenge, that has been the challenge of all administrations in this country. We have to improve the lives of our countrymen. majority of our Filipinos are poor. That has been the challenge of all administrations.
Okay na, Joyce? Okay. Alexis?
Maricel, walang
follow-up.
tanong tahimik ka ngayon
May follow-up si... Follow-up
Oh,
Ian?
si Joseph
Matter.
nga pala. Nawawala.
Okay na. Ace,
Kuha lang ako ng reaction, survey din. Sabi nung SWS poll, 60% of Filipinos think government should not stop international probe on drug war deaths.
Hindi naman natin ini-stop di ba? Ang reaction natin is, you cannot do that to us because we're a sovereign state. Lumalakad lahat yung aming sistema rito. Gaya nga sinabi ni Chief Justice, di ba? Ano sabi ni Chief Justice? Hindi kailangan pumasok sila rito. We have a robust judicial system. Iniimbestigahan lahat yan. Dinidemanda naman. Huwag na kayong makialam dito sa aming bansa.
So, tingin nyo bakit may ganitong results ng survey?
Kasi nga yung premise, based doon sa mga kumukontra sa administrasyon.
Hindi, SWS to.
Oo nga, correct.
The
SWS,
same-
syempre,
this is the same poll
sino
that-
man tatanungin mo kung hindi yung mga tao rin na nandito sa Pilipinas. O, at kung naniniwala ka doon sa mga banat ng kabila, o di syempre, yun na ang premise mo rin, sarili mo.
Hindi, pero tingin nyo bakit may mga ganitong results? Majority kasi yung nagsasabi should not stop international groups in investigating yung drug war deaths,
Kasi nga yun-
considering na mataas yung support, sabi nyo, dun sa drug war.
Kasi nga yun nga ang banat ng mga kritiko na hinahadlangan natin. O naniniwala sila doon sa kritiko na akala nila humahadlang tayo. And yet, Filipinos are saying na tama naman yung kanyang drug war.
So yung survey, this will not change the administration's stance na hindi pwedeng pumasok yung UN.
It will not kasi nga, it's an assault on our sovereignty.
But do you think you have to convince further yung public about yung
No.
views nyo about dun sa UN?
Sabi nga ni Presidente, di ba, haven't you noticed in solo niya? Instead of saying, I have 85%, ano sinabi niya? I have disapproval rating of 3%. O anong ibig niya sabihin? Hindi siya interesado doon sa popularidad.
Okay, salamat, Sec.
salamat, Ace. MPC, Rose.
Habol lang po, sir. Sa,
Yes.
sa zona niya po kahapon, marami siyang binanggit na mga kabilang sa legislative agenda niya sa remaining 3 years. Mga bagong departamento na ipinapanukala. Department of OFW, Water Resilience, Department of Resilience, Department of Water Resources. Pero gusto niya rin pong maipasa yun pong right sizing sa national government. Hindi po ba magkakontra?
Hindi.
Bakit,
Magkakakontra. Pag sinabi niyang right sizing, he refers to yung overbloated bureaucracy. Ito mga bagong departamento ito. Ang mangyayari dyan, pag nag-create ka ng bagong departamento, yung mga supposed to be gumagawa, papasok mo dun sa departamentong yun. Si-centralize mo na.
So, ibig
Sa
sabihin, sir,
halip na kalat.
walang dagdag bawas. Kumbaga,
Meron, siyempre, may tatamaan dyan. Kung redundant na yung trabaho mo, tatanggalin ka. Ma-abolish ka. Kasi may bago ng departamento. Sa ngayon, kalat. Ang daming opisina. Ang daming ahensyang tatrabaho sa isang aspect lang.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rose. Other topic? Nestor?
Secretary, hello. National Security Advisor Esperon told reporters this morning that he will recommend to the President the extension of martial law in Mindanao for another year, citing the continuous rebellion in the region. May we get Malacañang's reaction?
No, if that is the recommendation, diba? The President always says, the man on the ground, he will listen to them. Kasi sila nakakaalam nun.
Okay na, Nestor?
In the same interview with reporters, Esperon said he will also recommend the lifting of martial law in some areas like Davao City, the hometown of the President.
again, the President will listen to those who are knowledgeable on the facts existing on the ground.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ian?
Secretary, reaction lang po. Sabi po ni dating Senador Antonio Trillanes, si President Duterte daw ay admitted to the crime of plunder when he said that he and his former assistant, now Senator Bongo,
Who is he?
intervened. Si Senator Trillanes po.
Who's he? Ah, wala na siya sa Senado
Yun lang po, sinabi daw po niya na nag-commit daw ng crime of plunder si
Not because?
Panelo. Dahil daw po sinabi niya na, inadmit niya na he and his former assistant Senator Bongo intervened in the frigate deal.
We don't respond to nonsense.
Thank you, Secretary. MPC, okay na? No more question? Ayos na? Welcome nga pala si Miss Angel Ronquillo from RMN.
Who? May bago
Angel
tayong
Ronquillo,
miyembro?
sir, bago. Maalis sa CDEO eh.
Oh, ba't ka nagtatago? Show your face.
Maraming salamat, MPC. Thank you so much, Chief Presidential Legal Counsel,
Thank you.
Secretary Salvador Panelo. Balik tayo sa PTV at Radyo Pilipinas.